Hey, what's up? It is another episode of Dynasty Pylon. My name is Martin. I'm here with Mark, bringing you
Hello,
another episode
everybody.
of AFC West Part 2. I knocked out Chargers and Raiders yesterday during our regular Wednesday showing. I just got back, so I just figured I'll just do a little short one and wait for my co-host. And here we are. We're about to knock out the Chiefs and the Broncos, which should be a very interesting division. So, Dominic K, what's up? So, Twitch. We are on Twitch now. If you are familiar with the Nerd Huddle, yes. If you're familiar with the Nerd Huddle, you know about the Nerd Huddle. You've been seeing us, but now we're bringing the Dynasty Pylon part of the Twitch part of it, so that way, so what you both think about the Vikings draft picks. Ooh, Mark, you can probably take care of that one if you want. So a little bit about ourselves. We're bringing Dynasty Pylon. We're focused more on IDP League, more focused on Dynasty, and we're focused on a little bit more in between the off season rather than just regular redraft. And we go a little bit more deeper into the defensive side. So, we're on Twitch now. So, we're not as crazy Bears fans as much as the originators are. So, it won't be that bad, but exciting to see. So the draft picks, let's knock that one out since we got a question about the Vikings.
I really like their left
besides
tackle.
Christian Darrisaw, right?
Yeah, I really like their left tackle, and then I think they scored a heck of a pick in the third round with Kellen Mond. I think he's a future starting quarterback there, so
I think
really excited about that one. Texas A&M.
I think this individual was giving a little bit of crap to us as a Nerd Huddle as a whole. It's our fellow Bears guys. So, but I would just say that Christian Darrisaw is definitely a good pick. I do like that. He is you know what? I'm surprised he fell to them only because there's other guys that were ahead of them that they got drafted. And I'm not going to lie, as us being Dynasty, like IDP League, Chaz Surratt is not a bad linebacker. Fun fact, he used to be a QB and switched over to linebacker. And
interesting.
Yeah. So he used to play QB, and then they're like, hey, you're a big dude, plays a little linebacker, you're pretty quick. How do you like it? And I guess they interviewed him, and they said that he loves hitting people. So it was definitely a change of pace rather than getting hit. So he's not a bad pick. So if you're in your IDP draft leagues coming up, I would not mind picking him up as like a good sleeper or put him on your taxi squad. So yeah, but
and then I think Wyatt Davis. He mentioned what about Wyatt Davis? I think he's a solid guard at Ohio State too. So they reassure that there was needs too because they lost I think 2 or 3 offensive lineman starters. So
I think so.
Because Riley
would know more about the Vikings more than I.
Riley Ref left, and then I think they got rid of Pat Eflin or Elin or whatever his name is.
But I mean they had a lot of
both on the left side too. Oh, they did have a lot.
They had a lot.
Not just a lot, but a lot between the first and fourth.
Well, there's nothing in the second.
They had 3/3 and 3/4
in the third. Yeah, and then two 5s and a 6. They didn't even go in the last round, so they basically smuggled everyone at the get go. But yeah, so I expect that the Vikings to do pretty decent. I know they're going to be a big threat. So, Dominique, you can give our fellow Bears guys some crap on Tuesday and on Sunday because I'll be there with them. But look forward to that, Dominique, and thanks for tuning in. But myself, a little bit on the Twitch guys. I'm a Falcons fan, and Mark here is a Washington
football team fan.
I seriously got to let go of that freaking Redskins stuff, man. I've been saying it for years, and I still can't let it go.
I still let it slip every once in a while too. So don't worry.
So I think Jets made a good choice with Elijah at the third. I do believe so too. I think he's going to grow up with Zach, and I think they're going to create a good bond, a good mesh together. So, usually young receivers with young QBs, they kind of build that chemistry together. So I do agree. So, but besides that fact, I've been gone for 2 weeks, and I mentioned it on yesterday's episode, and I brought a special episode of Terrible Terry Tate, the office linebacker. Reebok definitely did really great with those. So, you want to talk about the Chiefs, or you want to talk about the Broncos, and then I'll bust out Terry Tate?
You say we do Broncos first.
Broncos first? All right. That nasty defense of theirs. It is really something that I would hate to be a running back against. So did you have anything to say about them, or do you want to do you want me to let it all out?
For the Broncos? Yeah, that defense can be scary, man. They
did lose. I mean, I don't know, because earlier they like the Philip Lindsay going to Houston, all that. Did you have any notes on that, or because I have some notes, I could just let it out.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Normally I switch over to the schedule and then you just kind of bust it out for me. So typically that's how we work. But it's all good. So I know they lost Philip Lindsay, and he's now probably the youngest running back in Houston. Good for him. He'll probably end up starting. He's a good running back. He's got 2,000-yard running rushing. Oh my gosh, 2 back-to-back 1,000-yard season. And then last season, they smacked him in the face by bringing in Melvin Gordon. I was very shocked there. So
Tate says the duo is rusty, but I think he meant rusty.
Hey, man. Rusty, yeah. Hey, I've been gone for 2 weeks, all right? So, but anyways, so who do they got? They re-signed Shelby Harris as safeties. Jackson, Justin Simmons, I think, got franchise tagged, or did they sign him? All I know is he's coming back this season. And then Darby, another corner, another 3-year deal. So all defense. And then those are just DBs alone. They also got Kyle Fuller from the Bears, and then they brought in Mike Boone from the Vikings. So definitely bringing those additional pieces to the Broncos, definitely going to help out. Not entirely 2 big key pieces, but definitely some depth. Would you agree on that?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Well, they brought in like 3 different quarterbacks. So.
Yeah, I made to try.
I mean, they lost one. They lost one
every down. I don't know.
But they
lost one. You said.
Well, they let go AJ Boyu. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But then they brought in Darby Fuller from the Bears, and then obviously Patrick Surtain III.
Well, they didn't bring him in; they drafted him.
Yeah, Let's still bring him in.
There's a difference because anybody could have fell at the 9th pick. They could have been Justin Fields, but they refused that, which shocked the whole freaking country. But they brought in Patrick Surtain, and then 2nd round draft pick, which I hate this pick. Because they traded with Atlanta, and then Atlanta, rather than drafting Javonte Williams, the Broncos picked up Javonte Williams, who I think is going to be the future once, Gordon goes down.
Yeah, once Gordon goes down week 4 or 5.
Look, Gordon's done. Like, he was good at it. He had his time. He was good. But I think I actually have the draft picks actually pulled up here. So let's pull that up here. And there we go. Let me share it. Bam. All right. So,
but that 3rd round pick, that's my boy from the Senior Bowl.
Yeah. The mountain guy.
Picking up freaking logs to work out.
What's funny is we saw 3 or 4 of these guys in the Senior Bowl, which is an amazing game.
Yes.
We need to promote the shit out of that game next season.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, people are missing out. People don't know what the Senior Bowl brings. It's and we've said it many times, the Pro Bowl of college guys, and they play their hearts out, and it's such a good game. This year it was a little rusty towards the beginning. And then third and fourth quarter was just amazing. I leaped off my couch like multiple times. I think you did when Michael Carter scored that touchdown in the third quarter, and he it was like a pile of guys.
Oh, I know. He just brought him. I was like, what the?
It was an awesome play, man.
Yeah.
But
let me just carry these 10 people into the end zone.
Yeah. So then they got another safety, they needed another one, and then they got Jamar Johnson as if they needed another safety. And then Seth Williams out of Auburn, not too bad. And then another DB, Karen Vincent Jr. A lot of DBs. I mean, they are I hate to say this, but some of these guys might get cut, and then another team might benefit off of these guys. And that's just the NFL for you. It happens. They don't make the team. Someone else picks them up.
Yep.
And then
the business.
Yep, it is. So, and then they ended it with two bookends at the end, Jonathan Cooper and Marquise Spencer. So very interesting, very defense heavy is what they seem like. And
they're all off season.
They're honestly, that team I think is going to be a big threat. The line's not bad. Running back game with Javonte Williams does bring up a lot of, I would say, upside. I'm not saying questions, maybe with Melvin Gordon, but Javonte Williams should probably definitely be a good asset to them. Hopefully he's not a bust. I expect great things from him, only because I actually like Javonte Williams as a player. So, so if Brian, if you're watching, hi, wherever you're at, what happened to him? Wasn't he supposed to be here during this week? It's kind of.
He eventually got back to me. He just said he had a lot going on. Their oldest daughter has volleyball on Wednesdays.
Oh, okay.
So they had to take her to volleyball.
It's all good.
Yeah. That's what I told him. I said, well, maybe one day we'll get you on.
Tank said weakest Broncos ever. I don't know what you mean by that. By who specifically?
Weakest Bronco ever. Yeah, what?
I have no idea.
Unless he's talking about Gordon.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Let's see. Dominic says, I think either the Browns or the Bills are going to make it to the finals next season. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, for sure. They'll make playoffs. I'm not. That's not even a question. I think 100% they're going to make playoffs in the finals. So that is the Broncos picks. So let's get into their schedule that I do not have up anymore because I have the Chargers schedule, but I did that yesterday. So anything that you kind of want to see about the Broncos?
Yeah, I just like we already touched on that defense is going to be scary, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've heard good things of Teddy Bridgewater in minicamp, so
a lot of people are down on him.
I know,
and I actually like him. Okay, I don't think he's that bad. I mean,
I don't think he is.
It's like, who would you rather have, Andy Dalton or Terry?
I would go Teddy Bridgewater for sure.
I
think he had some brilliant moments with Carolina last year.
I think so too.
I think he needs to stay on the field.
DJ Moore hit 1,000 last season.
Yeah,
I mean, not a lot of touchdowns, but he broke 1,000. So, anyways, that's so I got the schedule up. All right, so the schedule, I did not really look over. Usually, I typically look it over, and then I come out with a record that I think could potentially have. But so here we got opener at the Giants, then the Jags and the Jets. Easy 3-0. Maybe lose to the Ravens. Might lose or win depending on how the Steelers are doing by that point. If Big Ben's still there and his weak ass arm, we don't know. But there's Steelers there, Raiders, Browns.
Well, they just lost their fourth offensive line starter. So
the Steelers?
Yeah, they cut the Castro.
Oh my gosh! Look, dynasty players. Najee Harris, taxi squad this season.
I don't disagree.
I look. If you got the 101 in Dynasty League, I definitely would draft him 100% sure. But I don't think I would feel comfortable starting him week to week. Maybe he's bench eligible, but I don't think he's taxi squad eligible because they'll probably play him because he's probably their only running back besides Benny Snell.
Mm-hmm.
But I just that line is not going to be fun. I'm sorry. Najee's going to have a crazy, interesting
that Halloween game.
Yep, Washington. And then you got the boys, Eagles, Chargers. So it looks pretty easy at the beginning, and then there's a nice little 2-3 at the end. It doesn't look too bad. What do you think they'll go? So 3, maybe 4, 5, 6.
I can see him winning 10 games pretty easy.
You think 10 games? So you'll go
10,
like
7.
what? 10-7? Yeah. Okay. I think they'll go 9 or 8, maybe 9 or 8. Yeah, definitely. Tank, I'm sure he's probably got the freaking over under on that as he usually does. But yeah, I think they'll 8 to 10 games. Enough to get in the playoffs, maybe wild card, maybe.
10-7, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So. But yeah, that's Broncos. It should be very interesting. I don't think they're going to do horrible, but I don't think they're going to do great either. So that defense is definitely going to be their savior, 100% sure. So, all right. Well, as I said yesterday, I have another Terrible Terry Tate. Let me pull that up, and this is where he's on vacation. I felt like it was more appropriate because I was gone for 2 weeks, and here he's gone for 2 weeks as Mark messes with his green screen.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out what was going on. I'm like, oh, my light's not on.
Oh, it looks better though. Did you flatten it out or something, or is it just thrown over your couch, or what's going on? It looks a little bit better. I don't know what
it's hanging from my wall.
Oh, I know it's always been hanging from your wall, but it looks a little bit better today. I don't know. All right, so let's get this going. But Terrible Terry Tate, we love him. Office linebacker, 100% sure. All right, I'm going to go back just a tiny bit. And all right, is it up, right? You can see it?
Yes.
All right, cool. Actually, you know what? Let's remove this. I just forgot. I forgot to add the audio to it. Yeah. No fun there if you can't hear what I'm watching. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. Now you see it, right?
No, you do not have it up.
Damn it. Thank you.
There we go.
Now I got it.
There we go.
All right. There we go.
Terry had worked for 1,000 straight days without an absence of any kind. And state law mandated that he take at least 2 weeks vacation. Now, I know he didn't want to go, but I'm sure he's having a great time down there.
That's how I felt, man.
Look, man, fun is fun. Ain't no problem with chilling when the chilling's right. But when things ain't happening the way they're supposed to happen, you know Triple T gonna condense the nonsense. Just because I'm on vacation, don't mean I'm out to lunch. I come to play, baby.
Oh, I love this guy.
Damn! Justin, I ordered those eggs 40 minutes ago. Don't make me scramble you again, son.
We were aware that Mr. Tate was a discerning guest, but it seems that we weren't fully prepared for exactly how discerning he was.
Oh, jeez.
Truly, I've never seen anything like it. During his stay here, our hotel was never more efficient.
That drop ain't punch, baby. That drop ain't punch.
Quite simply, Mr. Tate was the best guest we have ever had here. And I think we actually got him to loosen up a bit and enjoy his vacation. Of course, it goes without saying, Mr. Tate is welcome back here anytime.
Without Terry here, the office environment deteriorated rapidly. Things went from bad to worse, downright strange. With Terry back, everything quickly returned to business as usual.
You give me Timmy Torn, I'll be there. Whoa!
I just pray it's another 1,000 days before we have to do without him again.
You want to play games, Gene? Well, Terry's back, and I got a new game for you. It's called How Much Pain Can Gene Stand Before Gene Learns Not to Play Games Anymore? That's my game. That's Terry's game. And when it's game time, it's pain time, baby. Whoa!
Well, that's Terry Tate for you. Definitely.
Always funny. Always good stuff.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. Terry Tate's awesome. He's the only reason we're doing it is because it's IDP. We do little IDP linebacker stuff, and whenever I think of linebacker, I always think of him. So, yeah. I think I have to go back and label the other ones where we saw him. I forgot to label that in there. I'll go back and do it, but if not, stay tuned. We'll probably show him cycle. He'll come back around. So we just did the Broncos. Now we're going to cover a little bit.
The two-time defending AFC champion Chiefs.
Yes.
Well, I saved them for last.
Do you think they do it again?
I mean, I don't see why not.
I just
outside of what? Watkins? Who did they lose?
Let's see. Outside of Watkins.
According to this,
they cut their two linemen.
Yeah, they had three offensive linemen.
And Mitchell
Schwartz. And they also got rid of Austin Rettler. But then they brought in three offensive linemen. So
right, and then they got Kyle Long, which was one of them, right?
Joe Thuney. And then they didn't have a first-round pick because they traded it for Orlando Brown.
Yes. Well, wasn't there more? There was a second and a sixth or something like that, right, too?
No, they had a second.
It was a third, a fourth. I know there was more involved. Let me see if I can find it.
Actually, they had they had two second-round picks.
2 second-round picks?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they used one of them on their draft, though. Or are you saying during that trade? Because I think
no, they have 2 second-round picks during the draft. They had the 58
that's right.
And 63 overall.
Yes.
And they got a center,
was Creed Humphrey and Nick Bolton. Right. Let me hold on. All right. So I found it. So Chiefs sent their first, third, and fourth round picks to the year, as well as the 22 fifth rounder to the Ravens, exchange for a second round pick and a 22 sixth pick and Orlando Brown. So overall not bad. I'm glad they made this move because what we saw at the Super Bowl was horrific.
Yes.
And I almost thought if they did not change anything in that line, we would have seen more Mahomes running around. Let's see the pump up on that O-line. Yes, for sure. And Long got hurt.
Oh, I think he did get hurt in training camp, but I don't know how serious it is.
He'll be fine. He'll just walk it off. It's just a flesh wound. He'll be all right. He'll be fine, I'm sure.
But their
Or
number
if not-
58 pick, though, he's going to be a beast, I think.
Who's that?
Nick Bolton, linebacker out of Missouri.
Yes, I
guy.
mentioned that yesterday, and I think that all right. So if you're doing redraft, IDP, or well, actually in your rookie draft, so if you're doing redraft, typically I would not mind going 9th or 10th pick with him, assuming that Micah Parsons is gone from Dallas Cowboys. If you're gonna go rookie. But then again, it is if we're talking redraft, I don't think I'll go rookies that high. Maybe 12th or 13th pick. But if we're going like Dynasty, assuming Micah Parsons number 1 linebacker, right? As rookie?
Yeah, I would say so.
What pick would you take Nick Bolton? Because if Micah Parsons gone, would you say Nick Bolton's next? Or would you say Davis or JOK? Of those 4, who would you take? Assuming Parsons is your number 1.
Being unbiased, but just going off of what I heard, I'd probably go Davis.
Jesus.
Well, I heard.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
I heard reports from
Dominic.
Reporters and like scouts who were scouting the Washington football team
Mm-hmm.
who have watched Davis, and they said that he has the potential to have back-to-back defensive rookie of the years.
Really?
Like, he was that good.
So would you take him over Parsons?
I don't think I would take him over Parsons, though, because I think Parsons is better.
I think so too. And I also think that you and your situation with Van Der Esch, I think you'll have to swap them out. But so, but yeah, no, I think Nick Bolton's definitely going to be a big time. But you know what though, who's right next to Nick Bolton, and a lot of people might sleep on is Willie Gay, who was their rookie linebacker last season. I think that him being I think they were running like 1 linebacker sets. So it was too much on him. I don't think he did really much as a rookie. I think maybe this season they'll probably put them both out there and have a little bit more. The Chiefs defense is very DB heavy and linemen.
Yes.
Not so much linebackers. So I think it was too much on the kid. But yeah, Nick Bolton, I definitely would pick up in the 3rd in your rookie draft picks if Parsons gone. But you think you'll take Davis over Nick Bolton?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm glad if 3rd or 4th round comes around, we pick on different guys.
Right.
We won't argue over that. I know we are
over here.
No, for sure. Although for the draft that for us is coming up, so
yeah,
I'm a little excited about that. So. You and I have to collaborate on something because I think you and I have similar guys that we want. I think you and I are going to have to make up some type of arrangement to draft for each other at some point.
It's possible.
So they went linebacker Nick Bolton and Chris Humphrey at center. And then Joshua Kaindu, the end out of Florida State. Yep. And then with the 5th round pick, Noah Gray, tight end.
Duke.
Yeah, I think maybe he could learn a thing or two from the best, and maybe he'll be the next upcoming star, learning a lot of things from Kelsey. Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? And Cornell Powell.
He can't hurt to sit behind him.
Oh no, God no! I mean, he's definitely going to play. I mean, Kelsey's not going to be out there the whole time, but we'll see him definitely out there. And then Cornell Powell. I don't know if you remember both. I remember watching him in the Senior Bowl.
I was gonna ask that. I was like, I think that's the other Clemson receiver that was in the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, he was, and he did pretty good too. I know Shi Smith was the other guy, and then is it She or Shy? It's SHI Smith, and then he was Clemson, and then Cornell Powell. They're saying he's doing all right. I don't think that Mecole Hardman is a thing.
No,
I don't. I don't. I'm sorry. I know it might hurt a little bit of dynasty players' hearts out there, but I don't think McCole Hardman is a thing. I really don't. It's been, 3 seasons, and he hasn't stepped over Robinson. Obviously, you're not going to step over Tyreek Hill because Tyreek Hill is what Tyreek Hill is. Like, he is the best on the team, but I don't think McCole Hardman's going to do much.
Maybe this might be the year he finally does something.
You think so?
Now that Watkins is gone.
Yeah, but Sammy was trash. All right, so
leg injury, should be back by week 1.
Yeah, just a flesh wound, like I said. So yeah, I think Powell might actually start over him. We'll see. But hey,
be interesting.
The Chiefs seem to utilize everyone and everything that they have. That's what makes them great. So
that is true.
Not as crazy as the Patriots, but yeah, because the Patriots, you never know who to start with on that. But let's move on to their schedule. And I'm not going to lie, I wish we went this fast in the last couple of weeks. But all right.
Well, technically, we're probably going about as fast as we normally do. We're just doing 2 teams.
Well, these division breakdowns, I think we need to start breaking them down into two episodes.
I think so too. I think it works better this way.
But your schedule and whatever weirdness you have over there.
I'll be ready to go for this regular season though.
I hope so. Excited. If your new job allows you to. So
I'm not going to have a job.
You're just being full-time
going to
student,
school.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to school.
Yeah.
So
all right. Well, good for you, man. Congrats. All right. So they open it up with the Browns, then they go the Ravens, and then they have another home game with the Chiefs. The Chargers. Chiefs playing Chiefs. Chargers and the Chiefs, the Eagles, Bills, then the Skins.
My birthday game.
Washington. Damn it. There it is again. I don't think it's gonna take a moment. It's been a whole season. I think I'm still calling them that.
It's so nice of the NFL to gift me the Chiefs for my birthday.
Yeah. That should be a good one though.
I think so.
Should be a good one. I think Washington is set. I really do. Now, if Fitzmagic can stay healthy, I think I don't think there's any gap there. People might be a little bit down on Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I don't think so.
I'm not. I think he's an improvement over anything we had over the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, for sure. I think you guys are a well-rounded team. Your O-line is good. Your receivers are good. Your QB and your running backs good. D-line, I honestly think that that's definitely going to be a playoff contending team, 100% sure, I think. So then they travel to Tennessee. Then they go back to home with the Giants, Packers, Raiders, Cowboys, Broncos, Raiders. So a lot of these games seem to be like wins. Oh my goodness. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 hard games. 5 if Rodgers is there. 6 is about the Cowboys are back to what they used to be. If their defense can hold up.
Yeah.
But I don't see.
I just don't know if their secondary can stop them.
Well, it's a very young team, that defense. So the Cowboys.
It's coached by Dan Quinn.
Oh, that's an easy win. That's an easy win. That's an easy
Keanu O'Neal will be hurt by week 3. And
yes. Yes. Same speed, less topics. Yeah, probably. Thanks, producer Tang. But yes, that's it, man. I don't see them losing more than 5. You? What do you think on that?
No, I think they lose maybe 3 at the most.
3? Ooh.
Yeah.
We should come up with a bet on this show. I know the Morning Spike. We have a bet that Dominique is familiar with. and if he's still watching. But yeah, we have a morning spike on there. I think there's a couple bets going on in there. But anyways, more than 3. No more than 3. I say about 5.
14-3. That's what they're going.
14-3. Okay. All right. Well, 14-3. Interesting.
But Washington will be one of those 3.
I would hope so. I want to see them succeed. I really do.
I think their first game will be a good game too, though. I really do. It's the Browns. And they got a rematch.
That'll be that key moment of like, okay, are they good or are they not? And people are going to actually accept them for who they are. So, all right. Well, again, as I mentioned, the morning spike, that is Sunday. But tonight on here on the Nerd Huddle, they are going to break down the Loki series again, episode 4, I believe. I need to get caught up on that. Me too. Have you watched it?
I have not.
No?
But I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I'm actually wanting to watch it.
Same. Right after us, actually, probably in about 45 minutes, they are going to break it down, and they might actually do a little bit extra stuff and talk some football trash. I'm not too sure. Look, those guys in Chicago, they do their thing, and they're a funny group of guys. So definitely watch them, and then definitely join us on Sunday, Morning Spike with me. I join them on that. Mark, if you could wake up early enough and join us one day, that'd be great. You're
playing on it.
And then Monday with the Spoiler Kings, and then Tuesday, the very biased show, as some of us have been saying, it's the Chicago Bears, but it's a Bears show, so you can't really you can't label them that. So you really can't. It's a Bears show. Like, what do you expect, guy? You go to a Bears show, are you gonna expect something else? No. But yeah, so Nerd Huddle, there it is. We're part of that, under that network. Good guys, good group of guys. I'm glad to be there. So, any last words?
No.
All right, cool.
Are we gonna do a bet for the Chiefs?
A bet for what do you want to do?
I don't know. You said you wanted to.
We can. We need to start doing something. Like a little tally mark or something, and then see how much points we have.
No less than 3 losses. So if they get
for now, we could do some type of. That's at the end of the season. We have all season to worry about that. So
unless they lose their first 4 games, and then I'm like, oh crap. It's not going to happen. But.
No. Unless Patrick goes down, and then we'll be a little bit worried. But
I should have a clause. If Patrick Mahomes gets hurt, null and void. No, I'm just kidding.
So there it is. That's Tank saying a spiked bet. Yeah, we're not the morning spike though. I could do one. But if you want to write it down, sure, we could do a spike bet on that. We are part of the Nerd Huddle. We can do a spike bet. He says, all right, if you're listening, he says that the Chiefs won't go under 3 losses. I say they lose at least 5. So 4 would be that tiebreaker. Kind of like with me and Fredo and the 8-6, his 8 wins and 6 wins with the Jets. God, I can't believe we're doing that one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They are not going to win over 6 games. He thinks they will.
Or Montgomery with 1,200 rushing yards.
These are the spike bets that the Nerd Huddle's doing right now. So, go ahead, Tank. We'll do a spike bet for this one for now, but I think we'll eventually come in. A Dynasty Pylon bet. Wait, that didn't sound right at all. That's why I had to say Dynasty Pylon. Yeah, how about we not show that?
Done for that.
Let you never say that again.
Yeah, no
producer Tank. God. All right. Anyways, that is it. Hope you enjoy the Office linebacker, terrible Terry Tate, after the Broncos breakdown. If you are not watching currently live, or if you just skip towards the end. But anyways, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever the hell you're at. This is Dynasty Pylon Show. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up. stepping up to the competition. Only first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up in the place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. I was born and when I watched me elevate.